Snow White is an upcoming musical fantasy film directed by Mark Webb, the guy behind 500 Days of Summer and both amazing Spider-Man movies, and is set to premiere on 25th of March 2025. To say this movie is hated is an understatement. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, wants to watch this film. Full of controversies, with the main one being its cast, consisting of two of the most unlikable people on earth who went out of their way to diss the original movie and show how much they absolutely hate it by retconning everything we loved about it.
Weird.
Then the lead actor Rachel Zegler constantly taking L's by embarrassing herself with unsolicited opinions online about everything. The bad trailers and of course the Dwarf Gate, where they used non-dwarf actors to portray the 7 dwarfs and then got mega backlash since they clearly had options to cast actual real-life dwarfs but chose not to.
Is eliminating 7 potential dream jobs from the dwarf acting community.
So they had to scrap a lot of their scenes and replace them with CGI digital dwarfs just to save image. I'm not even making this up, that's a real thing, look it up. Yeah, I definitely want to see this movie flop. Captain America Brave New World is the 4th installment of the Captain America trilogy, starring Anthony Mackie as he takes over the role of the superhuman soldier from Steve Rogers, played by Chris Evans, who passed away after the events of Endgame. This movie has problems, from the several name changes to 4 reshoots where a reported third act was completely reshot from scratch, bad trailers and poorly edited VFX. I don't see one visual appealing thing about it. Let's also not forget the fact that it's woke. I mean,
You've got to do better, Senator.
and for someone like me who's never watched anything MCU after Endgame, apparently I have to watch several of these shows and movies just to understand what's happening on screen. With the general lack of interest from audience, lack of trust for the MCU following its recent flops and bad direction, behind the scenes drama and controversies, and general bad movie fatigue, and its mega budget that was mysteriously wrongly reported until recently, I really doubt this movie is breaking even. How to Train Your Dragon is a complete live-action remake of the original beloved trilogy of the DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon movies. I want this movie to flop for one reason and one reason only.
Animation is cinema. Animation is not a genre.
Animation is not inferior to live action. The idea that this stupid movie was greenlit only sparks what Guillermo del Toro keeps saying. This is a blatant cash grab and nothing else. Out of respect for my childhood masterpieces, I'll simply do what I do best to all Disney live action remakes. Ignore they freaking exist. Minecraft, yeah, I'll simply not watch this garbage because 1, it looks like shit. 2, we already have something similar to this and it's ad infinite better than it. Hell, we got 7 of them. And 3, because I hate Warner Brothers. This is the dumbest studio and it will rather waste money on a movie nobody asked for than give us, I don't know, the Roadrunner movie, the David Ayer Suicide Squad cut. Hell, is an upcoming Pixar movie that's about, yeah, I don't know, man, just read this shit. I don't know what the hell happened to Pixar. They went from being the greatest animation company in the world for almost 3 decades to giving us unsolicited garbage and sequels that feel so deprived of flavor and color. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I finally outgrew Pixar and Western animation in general when I discovered anime, which gave me way better stories and unique animation styles. Not this formulaic 3D looking Pixar style that's in every movie. All Pixar movies just look the same. I see nothing new. So, no hard feelings, Elio, but hard pass. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is the 8th movie of the franchise, starring Tom Cruise and the returning Christopher McQuarrie, who's been directing these movies ever since Ghost Protocol. I have nothing against Tom Cruise and this movie. In fact, I love these movies and I've watched them all in the cinemas. I just don't like what Tom Cruise does to the movie industry. Commanding a huge salary, demanding exclusive IMAX screens for a time period, getting massive backend deals, and of course, these movies have overstayed their welcome. And yeah, Tom Cruise is the last remaining action movie star and he saved the cinemas during COVID, but come on. Mortal Kombat 2 is a sequel to the 2021 movie that was released straight to streaming but still managed to get a sequel despite it flopping. I don't know why this has to exist as a movie because in my opinion, this would have been a mega hit as a streaming show on Max. Trust me, this would have hit. Lilo and Stitch is a live action remake of the beloved Disney animated movie of the same name, and I think you can pretty much guess why I want this garbage to fail. Out of respect for the original movie, out of respect for everyone who worked on this, and out of respect for the TV show which I grew up on Disney, fuck this. Jurassic World is an upcoming sequel directed by Gareth Edwards, you know, the genius mind behind The Creator and Rogue One and the 2014 Godzilla movie. I'm not gonna lie, I have nothing against him. I think he's an underrated action filmmaker and deserves to direct this movie with his proven track record, but I think we've reached a point to take a break on these dinosaur movies. Do I think they suck? Yes. Do I watch them? Yes. Yes, I do. I don't know why, but I just watch them. The existence of these big budget blockbusters discouraged the studio from releasing mid-level budgets. My brain and my common sense tells me this movie is going to be a hit because it's a dinosaur movie. I mean, come on, everyone wants to see dinosaurs. But my heart, I don't know, my heart kind of tells me I don't want to watch this movie and I want to see it fail. And finally, Fast X Part 2. I absolutely hate this garbage movies. The overinflated budgets, the overpaid actors, the poor storylines, bringing back dead actors, the unnecessary behind-the-scenes drama, the lack of a plot in the movies, and of course, the loss of identity. You have probably heard this a million times, but these movies used to be about street racing. Now they literally went to space. Every single installment of these movies is an insult to intelligence and sets humanity back 5 years. I don't even know if this movie will release this year because we've never gotten any behind-the-scenes news about it, no trailer, no teaser, no poster. But the worst part about this, they brought the two most untalented and overrated actors back. I would have forgiven this film, and I don't know, maybe seen it, but when they decided to bring back The Rock and Gal Gadot, that right there, that was the final nail on the coffin. Screw this movie. But hey, that's just me though. I'm a cat. I know nothing about movies.